Hello, everyone. This is Peter Stone, and I want to welcome you to another session of Stepping Up and Stepping Out, making 2022 your best year yet. And this is just one of many sessions of how you can do it and stay on top of your game because we got lots of challenges today. And as a reminder, so why this program, why stepping up and stepping out, and why on the full moon and why on the new moon? Because these are times that there's a bright light in the sky every month, and there's a dim light or lack of light, the new moon. So these are the cycles of life, the phases of life that we forget about so much. And really, in today's environment, no matter where you are in the world, I know I've had challenging days. And thing, the one thing that saves me, because I could throw it all away, I could give it up and just say, what's the use? Because we all have moments like that. But I can say one thing, in this year of 2022, those moments are a little bit longer than they used to be. With all the years of practice, flipping the switch of centeredness back to my center, it happened so fast over the last 10 years, 15 years. I worked on this all my life to take myself and help others to switch literally like a light switch. You can change your mental mindset. You can go from feeling really bad to feeling really happy by hitting the switch I call the switch of centeredness, and with practice. So we have to go from really feeling it's really hard, but with practice, with years and years and years of practice, painful practice. And that's why I'm here to shortcut all the pain, because some people are in a state of being pulled down one day after another, and it's endless. And that is not proper living, because as I put here in the title, we must know the one thing about the moon phases, life phases. They're exactly the same as our life. We have down times, we have down, but every time we go down, we always will go back up. So when I have my moments, and I've had a few actually in the last couple of months, 3 months, maybe in the last year and a half, because so much madness is around us, and I find myself what used to be 5 minutes, few minutes of being not feeling really uplifted, as some of us are, right? What do we do with that? What do we do with that? Do we just stay with it? Sometimes we have to experience and release that negative energy, like the yin and the yang, right? So when you're really positive and feel good and really happy, know that possibly, there doesn't have to be, but possibly there's going to be a dip after that, like the bright energy of the full moon that will be up behind me in another, well, 30 minutes, but we're not going to be here that long, because this is a quick one thing video that I come back every new moon and every full moon, because it all starts out with your New Year's goals. And along the pathway in the year that you're working to attain your goals, we are given challenges and we're given gifts. And sometimes the gifts are hidden and disguised as challenges. And other times they make us feel good. And so we say, oh, what a gift. But what we don't identify most of the time, most of us, is we do not identify the gift in the less than comfortable moments. And they're there. So that's a challenge. And the other thing is you have to pick up yourself when you're down, like the darkness of the new moon. There are cycles of the full moon, and you know what follows the darkness of the new moon. It's party time at the dock in our little town of Manchester by the Sea. People are coming and going. At any rate, so we have to know when we go down, it does not have to be forever. And sometimes it's so difficult to remember that there's an upside to every down that we have. And that I find relief in the thought of this is the one thing you have to remember, that it's not forever. The less than comfortable, trying, almost down feeling is temporary, and that an upside always follows that. Always, always. When we let it and when we expect it. So we experience that. We experience the less than feel good moments. And then we know we have to write this down, maybe. We have to hear it many times. We have to work on this and know that after that downtime is uptime, feel good time, happy time, exciting times. And life goes on into a bright and energized state when you let it. But back to the one thing we must let go and know it is not permanent. That pain, that challenge, that maybe even depression or stress or anxiety is temporary. The moon cycles. Yes, it gets dark, but yes, it gets light and bright and energetic. And I was looking at the weather and they said, warning, flood tides. Why? Because the moon is so powerful. And take advantage of the great energy of the moon to pull yourself forward. Take a look at your goals on your New Year's. Some of you may not have looked at them since January, and maybe some of you looked at them this morning. So I suggest you look at your goals at least a couple times a week, if not once a week. And if you can't do that and you forget, remember the new moon and the full moon. And if it's cloudy out, you're going to see online some beautiful pictures of the full moon when it comes, because people don't let that go. Why? Wonder why? Why are people so inspired by the bright light? We're lifted up by the full moon's energy, especially it's over the desert, over the ocean, coming up through the woods, behind your house, wherever you are. It's powerful, it's beautiful, it energizes us. So use that energy. And in the new moon, it's dark, it's quiet. That's a time to recharge, regenerate, and recollect our thoughts, and take a downtime, take a break. And you look back over the past 3 weeks and you say, so what has gone on with my life? What have I been doing? It's a time for uh, collecting our thoughts and review. You don't have to wait for a whole year to review. Review after every 3 weeks. So after the new moon comes in the next week, you start acting on your plans on one thing, maybe your health, maybe your physical health, diet, and you walk into that one thing for the whole month, and you charge up on the full moon, and then look at what didn't work. Look at what didn't work or what's not working for you and adjust the sails, so to speak. Adjust the sails of your life. If we don't make adjustments, just like a sailboat going across the, if they don't make adjustments, they don't get to the same place. They don't get to the place, they don't get to the port they set out to get to. Their goal is off track. So don't get off track too far. It's human, the human cycles of life. Yes, we get off track and we can always get back on and keep in the same direction and invite the challenges, because the challenges tell us where we need to work on ourselves, what we need to do. Usually it's the biggest pains is where we need someone, we see someone to go, oh, look at that person, blah, blah, blah. And our mind goes, well, maybe I'm a mirror. And when I don't, that I'm seeing what I don't like in myself. And we have to maybe take that as a message. Life is a big mirror. So use it. Use it. And remember the one thing, when you're going down or you are down, remember the only thing that's left is to go back up. So know, just know in the future, and just knowing that it's not going to last and this won't be this way long, that tomorrow, probably just tomorrow, is going to be an amazing day, because we have to go through our emotional cycles, our emotional phases, just like the phase of the moon. We have to go through these, and when we do, we get a big payoff. We get a real good payoff. So don't feel bad if you feel bad. Just don't feel bad if you feel bad, because feeling bad is part of feeling good, isn't it? The yin and the yang of life. So, after the one thing, when you're down, just know there is always an upside, and prepare for it. Be ready for it. Expect it. And sometimes you say, well, I can't wait for tomorrow. Something to wake up for, because tomorrow is going to be a beautiful day. This is Peter Stone saying thanks for checking in at Stepping Up and Stepping Out, making 2022 your best year yet. And I'll see you on the new moon. Thanks.